Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is bright and early Monday morning and I am super excited. We're about to go hop on a plane and get on our way to Chicago to pick up the Z06's replacement for the time being. I'm not going to spoil it yet, though I'm sure you did see it in the thumbnail, but it is the highest mileage example I've seen for sale in recent memory. It's also by far the cheapest example I've seen for sale in recent memory. As you guys know, I love junk, so I just couldn't resist. To make it even better, it is one of the rarest colors these cars were made in. So needless to say, you know I am beyond excited and ready to go get this thing. But before we get headed on our way, I noticed a new car in the parking lot this morning, so Fernando's gonna have some explaining to do and tell us what he just bought here. What's the details? It looks awesome.
So basically, I've been looking for a truck for a long time ago. And I was like, should I do a brand new Tacoma here and there, you know? But it's kind of weird specs because it's like a TRD off-road, but at the same time it got like really nice headlights, fog lights, and I was like, something real with this truck. And check this out. This is what the weird part was.
This is the most important part. There we go.
So somebody probably ordered this thing.
Yeah, it's a really weird spec for sure.
Yeah,
so,
and plus it's brand new, so it was like kind of good deal also.
And it's time to lift it now, right?
Probably.
There
probably.
you go. Okay.
You never know.
After the turbo,
I don't want to get too crazy. That way I get good mileage.
After the turbo for the S2000.
No, supercharger, probably charger probably, but it's kind of cool.
Well, congratulations on the new whip here.
Thank you.
We'll have it lifted and screwed up in no time. But we're not going to waste any more time. It's time to go drag Alex out of his office and hit the road.
Yep, that's fine. I can't look right now. I'm actually dropping a customer off at the airport real quick.
You want to explain that customer comment?
I'm gonna need my 50.
I'll hit you on the backside.
You are my customer.
All right.
I'm gonna need my 50.
Have a go and take it easy. All right, buddy. Not getting a dime. All right. Late as usual, we're at BWI, headed out to Chicago to pick up the Z06's replacement. Got some good guesses. Nobody's got exactly what it is yet, which is surprising. So I've talked about them quite a bit, but stay tuned, you'll see it in a minute. We just pulled out the Chicago motor cars. They have some wild stuff sitting outside. The first thing I saw was a Plaid. I'm gonna hunt down Hassan and see if we can find this car. I think I hear it, and there it is. One person finally did guess right, and I'm shocked that more of you didn't, but you guys had to know. It's a ZR1. And it sounds awesome. All right, Hassan.
Hey, what's
nice
going
to finally
on?
meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Lee. Yeah, so pretty much I bought this from a friend of a repeat client of mine. He messaged me on a Sunday night saying, hey, I have a ZR1, a C6 for sale. I'm like, sure, give me the VIN miles, just like any transaction would be. And he's like, well, it's got 116,000 miles, or 113 at the time. I'm like, I don't know if that's something my dealer would be interested in, but then it kind of clicked, and I'm like, damn, I should get this car for myself. So we worked out a deal. I ended up buying it sight unseen because it's already a friend, someone I knew.
Was it local?
Texas, actually.
Okay.
Amarillo.
Gotcha.
And, he bought it with actually about 17,000 miles, and I asked him, like, how and why did you get so many miles on it? And he actually drove from Amarillo, Texas to Kansas City for the Chiefs games every year. They would play at home. So that was a big reason why. And I'm like, you know what? if you put 100,000 miles on the car, I trust you.
Right,
So,
exactly. That's how I feel as well.
Sure enough, it was definitely a diamond in the rough, rare color.
Yeah.
And you know, it drives great.
I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks like everything you showed me in the pictures. I mean,
I've had C5s, I've had a C606,
Yeah.
I have a Viper and a C7 ZR1 now, and honestly, I know I'm gonna miss this car. Just
you'll have everybody who's owned a C6 ZR1 comes back to it at some point. 100%.
I plan on having another in my lifetime, but for winners coming up,
Yep.
just want to
Exactly. And of course, just like I told him, I find myself back in a ZR1,
Yeah.
like everybody else. My last one was Inferno.
Yeah, which
So,
is awesome.
yeah.
That's my favorite color.
But it had 4,000 miles on it,
Yeah.
and I could never drive the thing
That's
without
so
feeling guilty
unlike
about it. Well, that's, I mean, I went out and bought what I thought was a nice one, and it was a nice one.
Yeah.
I live 200 miles away from my shop. So
God.
every time I drive the thing home, I'm knocking like $250 off the
Yeah.
price of the car. Like, it was an actual big hit to value.
Yeah.
So it has all this stuff that normal people complain about, but for me, given the price especially, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go finish up the paperwork on this thing and hit the road, I guess. All right, so we just drove the car around to the other dealership, which is right across the street, which they have a bunch more stuff at. Still a ton of cool stuff. He did warn me that the car had a little bit of a miss, so we're gonna put plug wires in it, maybe coils. Traffic's really terrible right now, so I'm gonna waste some time here and do this, and I'm also gonna put a radio in it because I'm not driving 12 hours home without CarPlay. All right, we did the plugs on it. It cleared right up. It runs great. It's awesome. It's just as fast and fun as I remember them being at this power level. And got back and saw this yellow one up here, and it has all the goodies. I think this might have to be what's in store
And viewers,
for that
it
one.
can be yours.
Exactly.
Just give us a call.
Chicago Motor Cars, call Hassan. They have a lot of vets here.
Yeah,
C7 ZR1s, it's a base C6 or
No,
Z06.
it's with the Vortex on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All kinds of Corvettes here, so if you're looking for one, give him a call. But this thing is sweet, just yellow's not for me. Super rare though. Just did the fastest radio swap in the history of Corvettes in the dealership parking lot before we even started on any kind of paperwork. It's almost like I just did that in another Corvette. Finished up, we're about to hit the road, and it's getting kind of late. I'm not going to do too much videoing tonight, but by tomorrow I should have a good idea of what's wrong with the car, what it needs. If you guys didn't catch me say it earlier, it has 116,000 miles, so you know it's right up my alley. I'm sure it's going to need work. There's a lot of aesthetic stuff I want to change, but mechanically, it seems pretty good, so we'll see. That is Hassan in a beautiful supercharged C6Z. So one thing I will say is I cannot, for the life of me, get away from these blue lights. I don't know what it is with vet guys putting blue lights in everything. When the car's off, it's on the floorboards. It's literally everywhere. We're gonna have a lot of ripping out to do on this car. Now just cruising with my boy Pat here. We got like an hour left to Indiana. Grab a drink, grab some food, get a halfway decent night's sleep and get on the road early tomorrow. We got a couple of stops to make on the way home. All right, we just got into South Bend. The car's doing phenomenal. It's everything I could expect. So I hope it does well tomorrow too. Good morning, guys. It's the next morning. We are somewhere in the middle of Ohio, not quite sure where. We stopped in South Bend last night, which 10 out of 10 do not recommend on a weekday night. There's absolutely nothing to do. Nothing was open. But I suppose there is not much else in the middle of Indiana on a Monday night. As for the car, it is fucking awesome. It's everything you'd want out of a C6. Mechanically, it's super sound. I have yet to really find an issue with it other than a nasty exhaust heat shield rattle, but whatever. As far as cosmetically, there's a bunch of really tacky stuff on it. I don't know who I have to thank for this, whether it's Hassan or the previous owner, but It has this stupid C7 wing, which that is getting ripped off immediately. It has these things on there. And of course, Hassan did let me know all this before I, came to buy it, so it's not, none of this was a surprise. But I'm just not a fan of this type of stuff. There's gonna be a lot of cleaning up to do on this car. It has a very elaborate radar detection system, which I've never been a fan of. I don't need. As far as the inside, it has blue lights, which you cannot see right now, absolutely everywhere. It had some kind of a pistol holder down here. I took that off. It's right where your knee sits, so that's a pain. The interior panels are kind of cut up for this type of radar detector stuff. Unfortunately, this very expensive center console has a knob for an old sound system that was in it, and some kind of very damaging adhesive on there, which he could not get off, and I don't see being able to either. Otherwise, the car is really, really, really nice. It needs an A-pillar, no big deal. You guys heard me talk about the leather wrap dashboards in a previous episode. This one is not as bad as some because it's been partially repaired, but you can kind of see what I mean up there. They just lift. Luckily, this one was still repairable. Hassan pulled the windshield, had it somewhat repaired, and put a new windshield in it. So it's not terrible, but it's certainly not perfect. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Maybe just leave it and not worry about it. But that's what I have for now. We have a couple stops to make in Cleveland, check out the competition, and then we're gonna head home. We got dinner with the boys in Baltimore tonight, and we'll do a full review of the car tomorrow when we get back to the shop, and let you know what we find. All right, we're packed up and headed out of Ohio finally. We just stopped by Cleveland Power and Performance. Shout out to Tim and Ricky for showing me around. Awesome operation you guys have there. As your favorite do-it-all YouTuber, I'm gonna give you my food reviews now too. You guys probably know about this place if you're up here. I didn't. Condado Taco, awesome. It's not your gas station authentic taco joint, but it's super unique stuff, so I will definitely be back there next time I'm in the area. We've been messing around too much today, so we got to get on the road and make some time up. I will see you guys in Baltimore. I mean, I have to, right? Alright guys, we are back in Maryland, in Baltimore, my hometown, so I'm of course happy to be back here. It's where I lived my entire life before I moved to the shore. Meeting the guys at Kissling's for dinner, which if you're from Baltimore, you already know about it. If you don't, shame on you. See you back at the shop in the morning. I should note, he didn't ask, he just grabbed the key off my desk and I heard my car start. So I had to run out here and see what's going on. Does it have a Vorpal tune on it? It doesn't, I think it's just very rich.
Do you know who tuned it?
I do not. Speeding.
Okay. It drives nice.
It does. It feels like a nice car, right?
It does, yeah. I like that GW. It's like real.
I do too. I gotta fix that. Like it's all ghettoed up down there. There's like a weird set screw and shit. But get the boot right, it'll be halfway decent. I actually like this knob too.
Yeah, I do too. You should get the whatchamacallit. You can still order them. You can get the black suede with the blue stitching.
Yeah.
You can get that whole boot set up. You got your clubs in here?
Got what?
Your clubs? I'm pulling the golf course.
Oh, I do not know.
That's what these things are for, right?
It is, yeah. I think the one time I've actually been here with you, there was a Corvette in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Or that was a driving range, I guess.
I'm surprised you didn't take the chance to talk about your hole-in-one.
Oh, so let me tell you a story, guys.
Oh my.
I'll give you the condensed version. I played golf one time, and I have equally as many holes in one. This guy.
Holes in ones?
Holes in ones? Is that holes in ones? Is that it?
I don't know if it'd be holes or hole in ones.
Holes in ones. I don't know. I'm not a golfer.
It doesn't have to be a golfer. It's English.
No, it's, you know, golf slang.
Golf slang.
I don't know what you guys do on the course. You gonna rip it or what? He's getting sweaty now. It's the fastest thing he's driven in a long time.
Hole's really good for just being
It does, doesn't it? It makes like right at 600.
I'll say it's just like an intake exhaust and a tune, right? It doesn't have a pulley.
No, no pulley.
Yeah.
No, this is like the perfect fun level. Like
Yeah.
you can literally
It
beat it.
hooks.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it getting all crazy like the other one.
Yep. It's crazy.
And it drives like it's stock.
It does, yeah. All right, what's your rating on it?
My rating?
Yeah.
Rating on ZR1 level or just the car in general?
The ZR1 level, compared to what you thought the cheapest ZR1 in the country would be.
Oh, it's a solid 9.
Okay.
It's a solid 9 for the cheapest ZR1 in the country, without a doubt. Like,
I think
it
I
drives
agree.
really nice. It pulls good. Like, it's just comfortable in general. Obviously, with a 117,000 mile ZR1, there is things that needs to be done and fixed, but that's part of the game.
I feel like I had to actually drive this one.
Right? Because you don't have a lunchbox behind you.
Yeah. God damn. It's crazy touchy as shit.
Yeah, carbon ceramics feel great. Once you get used to them, there's nothing like
Yeah.
them.
My Mustang was touchy. I hated it at first,
Yeah.
but you just gotta get used to it.
It's got an MGW in it, which I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah, it's a little like, it was a little hard to find it. Ah, damn, she's got torque.
Yes. Alright, so thoughts compared to the Z06.
I mean, it's about 1,000,000 times better.
Right.
Try to handle it here. Oh, baby.
Is that Eli?
No, he took off today. He's off like every other day. So.
Alright, what's your rating compared to what you thought a car like this would be? 100,000 miles, ZR1.
I mean,
out of 10.
Like 9.
Everybody's giving it a 9. Everybody gives it a 9.
I mean, I don't want to drop a 10, but
No, you can't drop a 10. I feel like you got to reserve that for something real special. All right, here we go. Is this the first time your new hairstyle's on the channel? Or no, it made a brief appearance in the other video, right?
Yeah, because I was like pre-recording those. I don't know if anybody noticed though.
Oh, they're gonna notice now.
No, see, right now you can't tell. That's the whole thing, like with the headband.
I got the side profile
Oh,
coming in. Yeah.
you're gonna have to edit that. Sounds really good.
It does.
Yeah, I'll say in between shifts there, it sounds really good.
It's just, I think, a symptom of it being like kind of rich. Speeding, tuned it runs great.
I was gonna say, it sounds like the crackles are awesome.
I had Hassan throw a last minute burble tune on it actually.
So funny you mentioned that. That black ZL1 sounds like it has one too. It's a bone stock car, but it like pops and bangs and stuff when it comes on diesel. See, it's funny actually, because I always thought these things had ridiculously long gears until we had the R8, and like now I'm looking down and
you can do
I guess second and 60 is probably about decent. Like
you can do it, like I said, 60 to 130 in just third gear in these cars.
starting in third.
Yep.
Really?
You don't have to shift for a 60 to 130.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
That's why they're so fast.
Yeah, we're gonna have the 60 to 130 this now. You know that, right?
Yeah.
We'll drop it in a second, real quick though. Pulls good. It actually, it feels really, like really planted. You weren't joking. Like it doesn't break at all.
Yep.
Sounds awesome.
And you're still on the road. You're not in a ditch or anything.
Yeah. much all of it. It's making peak torque by then, right?
Yeah, these are nice tires for this power level.
What did you say it makes? Just over 6?
Yeah, I think he said it makes like 605.
It feels really good for 6.
It does.
Feels...
So it wouldn't be a proper, you know, first day of car ownership without doing a burnout. I don't think any of you guys saw this because I was pretty butthurt about it, never posted it. We strapped a Christmas tree to my old ZR1, brought it right down here on this road, had a couple nice cameras, set everything up, tried to do a burnout, and blew the rear to smithereens. It was destroyed.
Carrington was late to my daughter's first birthday party because of it too.
Yep.
She was extremely offended.
It was a good excuse though. Someone's in for a show.
Yeah, but I was gonna say you want to do it right now.
Yeah, that's fine. This place looks familiar.
Oh, we got an audience. You got an audience over there too.
I almost feel bad for her. She doesn't know what's about to hit her.
So, like an idiot, Carrington handed me the camera. I didn't realize that the camera was already on. Turned the camera off thinking I was turning the camera on to record it. Carrington just did an awesome big old smoky burnout with this thing. As you can see, the stickiness of the tires. And got none of it on camera. The guys over there were egging us on, giving us thumbs up and stuff, and you know, went ahead and threw down some donuts in the cul-de-sac over there, none of which I got on camera because I was not recording when I thought I was recording, which sucks. But Carrington asked me to come out here and, you know, give my review on the car independently, because apparently him and Alex did the exact same thing. And this is the second time that I've done it because, again, I thought I was recording when I wasn't recording. I wasn't recording when we got back and all the guys came up and were saying how loud the car is, because it's ridiculously loud with the muffler mod that it has. But this car in its current form, I think, is an absolutely phenomenal driving car. And for what Carrington wants to do with it here, he's planning on putting a decent amount of mileage on it. That's been the whole idea of this build series, is the higher mileage cars. And even though this isn't near as high as what the Z06 is, it's still a very high mileage ZR1. But for the mileage, the car is ridiculously solid. And I never drove the Z06, so I don't know what it actually felt like. But just based on his, you know, review and everything like that, what he was saying about it, this car is leaps and bounds a better car just as far as suspension feel, even after he replaced everything on the Z06. So driving this car, you can't tell the mileage on it. It feels absolutely solid. It is a great power level for the street right now with the tires that are on it, and it pulls great. I'm excited to see what it does in a 60 to 130. Obviously, it's not going to be, you know, like some earth-shattering number or something like that, but it should be pretty impressive given this car's gearing. And, you know, as far as an actual number rating, I said that I would give this thing a 9 out of 10, and for two reasons. Number one, because for the mileage, it does not feel like what the mileage would indicate. It does not feel like an above 100,000 mile car. It is very, very tight. It is very good driving. It has great power delivery on it for the light mods that it has. Granted, it has a supercharger on it, but it's definitely, like I said, as far as the driver goes, it's got to be like a 9 out of 10. And then, you know, given its mileage, I would say that the condition of the car is probably something like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for what you would expect. You know, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably more like a 7 or something like that, with a little bit of road rash and some of the minor issues in the interior and stuff like that. But just as far as for the mileage and everything like that, I mean, there are probably cars with half this mileage that aren't in this good a condition. So I don't think that there is a better car in this price range that could be purchased. And I'm not going to say the number. I don't know if Carrington is going to actually say what he paid for this thing or not. But this thing in this price range, like I said, there's virtually no competition. I don't think that you could have got a better car for this price as far as a daily driver goes.
I'm here explaining how he f***ed up. He's telling you guys how bad he f***ed up too.
So does that mean you gotta go do it again?
Yeah, you can't fake excitement like that. So give me the rundown. What'd you guys hear?
Heard a lot of
Oh my goodness.
lot of noises.
It was,
Yeah.
Saw a lot of smoke.
yeah.
A lot of noises and a lot of smoke. That sounds about right.
On fire, or you know?
All right, so obviously we're back at the shop. We've all driven the car at this point, and I don't think I'm speaking too soon when I say I think this car is a home run and a super, super good car for the money. They both rated it a 9. That's about where I have it as well. There's not much. If it wasn't so ricey, I'd probably give it a 10. But there is a lot of rice we got to get rid of out of it, as I've outlined over the past couple days. But really nothing bad. I am obviously more than pleased. Thanks a lot, Hassan. I'm, again, just more than thrilled with this car. Because we're in this car at such a low price, there's a lot of money left over to mod it. So I think we're gonna go ahead and go $26.50 on it with all the other goodies. Leave a stock bottom end to see if a over 100,000 mile stock bottom end can hold up to a $26.50. Should make right around 1,000. Seems like what a lot of the other ones are. So, what was that, you dope?
No, it won't.
Okay.
Still gonna get smoked by the FD.
That's definitely not happening. His 800 horsepower Miata.
Right here, right now, I will bet you this car does not make 1,000 wheel on the dyno. $100 right now.
Okay.
Pay me.
That's not gonna happen. I will.
Yeah, you're right. It's not gonna happen.
I will blow the thing to the moon
Yeah.
before I lose $100
Yeah.
to him. If we need nitrous, we need nitrous. All right, now the idiots are gone. When I win Alex's $100, because the car will make over 1,000, I guarantee it, I'll Venmo it to somebody who comments on this video. But again, super happy with the car. I think I've said it 10 times now. We're gonna do a video, I guess, maybe next week, maybe the week after. We have some C6Z content to take care of. De-ricing the car, just making it a little bit nicer and getting some of the junk out of it. We're gonna remove this radar system. So if any of you guys are actually looking for something like that, let me know. I'd be happy to sell it to somebody before it goes through eBay and all that good stuff, goes to our website. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to see where this car goes. I truly believe there's not a under $75,000 performance car that can really compete with this car and do everything well, look awesome, and just be such a great car. So if you guys are into it, make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications on, all that stuff. It helps us. I'm really enjoying making the content. I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. If Dog can manage the video this one, I'm gonna leave you guys with a burnout. I'll see you next time.